Right now is what's happening in Port Elizabeth at the airport there, and Lerato is there. She's been trying to gather the story for us for the Boks arrival. Let's go to her now to Port Elizabeth Airport. Lerato, thanks very much again for joining us. Has the plane landed?
Yes, a few minutes ago I just saw the plane arriving, and what you see in shot right now are pictures of the plane which is making its way for the obviously the players to get off the plane. But the shots that you see right now are personnel just preparing obviously the strip for the plane to come to the right place and for the plane to arrive. As you can see outside, it is celebrations and excitement. Even the work personnel have forgot that they have to work. They are singing and dancing in excitement, waiting for the Springboks to arrive. I think more than anything else, waiting for Siya Kolisi to arrive, because when you arrived here, you ask every single person, the first thing you say, when is Siya Kolisi arriving? When is he going to come here? Because for them, this is their homeboy and he's coming home. So you see in shot right now, our cameraman Kobani just showing you the landing strip where the flight has arrived, the personnel singing in jubilation, waiting for their world champs to arrive into the airport, where thousands of fans, I can assure you, have already gathered to say welcome also here. Shortly you will also see, but they also will make their way up to the ramp, traditional dances. But for now, we are, as you can see in shot now, the plane is making its way slowly but surely coming towards us. It's a flight, SAFA flight, a chartered flight which came from East London after the trophy tour in East London, but now is in Port Elizabeth to welcome them to their hometown. A hometown because it's hometown to Siya Kolisi, because it's hometown to Mzwandile Stick as well. I'm sure you can hear in the background that the personnel, like I say, are singing. You'll see in shot right now, moving slowly, I might say, but the flight making its way, it has landed now, making its way exactly in front of the personnel who will usher the Springboks out of the flight and then into the airport, where the VIP section, the mayor and various other people from the rugby fraternity have gathered to welcome them. A flight SAFA of a difference, I might say, because as you can see in shot right now, it's a flight SAFA with South African colours, a South African flag, a Springbok flag as well, and it says Springbok Trophy Tour 2019. A specific chartered plane that was chosen by SARU to usher the Springboks across the country as they go and take this specific trophy after the World Cup to the different parts of the country. But now it is here in the friendly and I could say also windy city of Port Elizabeth. You see it turning right now. The excitement now is building up because we have been here for about 3 to 4 hours just waiting for this flight. But as you can see in shot right now, cannons, water cannons, a hero's welcome, man. Look at that beautiful shots of water cannons spraying across the flight. Flight SAFA with the Springbok colours, a hero's welcome from the landing strip. Water cannons spraying across the flight to say welcome boys, welcome Siya Kolisi, the captain, our homeboy, welcome home. Mzwandile Stick, our homeboy, welcome home. Rassie Erasmus, welcome home. And the flight now making its way to land, and our cameraman Kobani Blom is bringing you those awesome shots of the flight landing. It has now stopped and the players are expecting a few minutes to make their way out of the flight and to come and first say hi to the personnel. First people to see them and obviously excited to be the first people to welcome these world champions. You will also remember that the Eastern Cape is known as the home of rugby. It has produced international stars like Lukhanyo it has produced stars like Siya Kolisi, the coach Rassie Erasmus, Mzwandile Stick, and also Mapimpi, who played a key role in our victory in the final against England. So people here in the Eastern Cape saying that, you know what, we're going to own this arrival of this cup. We're going to make it our own because 3 of our own are in this World Cup team, and we feel like we own them. This is our cup, and that's why you see this hero's welcome starting from the strip, something that I didn't see perhaps anywhere else in the country, but the personnel on the strip have come out in their numbers, and you'll see them right now gathering around the flight to make sure that the safety of the players is number one as well. The security, I must say, has really been good, but gathering around the flight right now is the personnel as the Springboks prepare to come out of the flight. As you can see, the famous Igwijo. Siya Kolisi, I have come to know and learn that he loves Igwijo. So they know that there is no better way to welcome him to his hometown than to sing Igwijo. Igwijo is a celebration song that people sing when there's something good happening around them. Igwijo is a war cry, if you want to call it that the Xhosa nation has come to love and do. And fitting for this occasion is Igwijo being sang right now by the personnel. As you can see, the door now has been opened. So yes, there they are, one by one. Members of SARU coming up, members of the Springbok team coming out. No players as yet, but as you can see, obviously the members of SARU who are also coming, the Springbok players coming out. The door has been opened, so in a few minutes' time we'll start seeing some of the players making their way out of the flight. The excitement is mounting. We are literally probably like 5 minutes away to see the team come down. As you can see in shot right now, some of the people that are accompanying the Springboks, but no Springbok players as yet. Just some personnel that are accompanying the Springboks, but as yet no Springboks coming out. But Igwijo still carries on in celebration and anticipation to see their home Siya Kolisi and the rest of the Springboks who are the heroes in our country at this moment. Our cameraman is glued to that door because he doesn't want to see that famous shot of Rassie Erasmus, the famous shot of Siya Kolisi, Mzwandile Stick, Lukanyo arm coming out of that flight. As you can see, the Springboks coming out of that flight. They don't know and not even aware of how much their arrival in this province means, in this PE means for the people of the city. Excitement is all around. People are saying this is the best news that happened to the city in a long time. I can see in shot right now, Faf de Klerk has arrived. He's making his way down the stairs and will soon enter the VIP section. That's why I see so far in my shot, Faf de Klerk making his way out of that plane and to the strip, and now will arrive inside the VIP section. And the songs and dance continue. The personnel at the landing strip who work in the airport's company also making sure that they are part of these celebrations, singing in song, and actually opened the aisle to welcome the heroes to the friendly city of Port Elizabeth. And as we continue to wait for more players to arrive, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Mzwandile Stick, lifting up his hands in celebration, saying, I have come home, holding the medal in his hand. Mzwandile Stick, who obviously you know comes from PE, and New Brighton PE exact. Coming from him as well, who has played a critical role to get that backline in check and to make sure that we come home with this cup. Mzwandile Stick right there in shot, lifting up his hand, saying that, you know what, I've gone all around the country, I've been to various cities, but nothing as good as you can obviously know as coming to your hometown, lifting up the medal, saying that this is where my career started. This is where Mzwandile Stick's career in rugby was nurtured, groomed, and obviously developed. So to come back here is perhaps full circle for him, to come back here with a trophy, come back here with the medal and say, you know what, I left here as an immature boy, really hungry to go in rugby, but now I leave and I come back as a world champion. That you see them in shot, he's waving. He knows what this means for the Eastern Cape. He knows what this moment means for the people in Port Elizabeth, a place where he grew up, where I was speaking to his friend. He said that sometimes they'd go practice on empty tummies, but we have come to this moment where those empty tummies, those endless practices, those playing for club rugby have now come to fruition. It's now been all worth it because now he's getting a hero's welcome, backline coach of the Springboks. We see him just waiting there on the stairs. Perhaps he wants to make sure that he comes down to Siya Kolisi because obviously they are both from P. So it would be nice for them to stand on that staircase and wave so that people can say, you know what, these are our two homeboys standing on an international flight. Who known that years later, after practicing, after trying so hard, going to Clark Rugby, going to Grey High School, going to EP Rugby, but now they are Springbok champions, a Springbok coach, a Springbok captain, a Springbok backline coach, now world champions. It's really history in the making here in Port Elizabeth. Our cameraman, Tobani Blom, is bringing you all these beautiful visuals of the players making their way down the beautiful Fly SA charter flight that has been chosen specifically to carry these Springboks across the country with the Webb Ellis Trophy as it tours the country, showing the fans who have made this Cup championship all worth it. We see some of the Springbok players continue to make their way down. Obviously, what they all want to see are their fans. The VIP stations just set up for specific people, but these people, these Springbok players, have continually said that without the fans, this victory would have been possible. So that's why they thought, you know what, let's go around the country, let's go to all the areas, to all the provinces, and make sure that we take this trophy back to the people where it belongs. And right now, they are in the friendly, windy city of Port Elizabeth, but trust me, not even the wind, not even the rain, not even the cold weather is going to stop the fans here. We're excited to see these world champs. So what you see right now is a delegation, the admins, those are the ones that are coming out right now. No players as yet besides Mzwandile Stick has come out, but what you see in shot right now is a delegation first coming out before the actual team comes out and is welcomed by the fans, the ready fans here in Port Elizabeth. As you know, that this has obviously been a team effort, so as you see in the shot right now, no one wants to leave and come down without the entire team coming down. So this was obviously a team effort. Like we keep on saying that this is obviously home to Siya Kolisi and Mzwandile Stick, but we mustn't forget that no man is an island, that this championship, this victory is for the entire South Africa, and this team symbolizing already by standing together and waiting for the other players that even though this is our hometown, but we want to come onto the strip, we want to come into this airport as a team, because without any of these team members coming to the party, this will not be a victory for the entire South Africa. As you can also see in shot, that is Lukhanyo the man from King Williamstown, so also a homecoming for him. Our cameraman is just trying to get a perfect shot of him as well, and you also see Colby making his way down the stairs as well, but Lukhanyo from the Eastern Cape, from King Williamstown to be exact, also making his way onto the ramp to get this hero's welcome. Behind him is Colby, a key player in the success of the Springboks at this World Cup, also making his way down the strip to be welcomed here in Port Elizabeth. We can also see some of the forwards who we know played a key role to the success. The forwards, the tough forwards who put on a strong fight, especially in the final. We can also see them in the shot right now, preparing to make their way down the strip and into the airport. Interesting and exciting times, I must tell you that. The excitement just here in the VIP station is so exciting. I can't even imagine what it is outside, where thousands of fans have gathered to welcome the Springboks home. Well, as you can see right now, the entire Springbok team has now officially gathered on this stayway. Like we said earlier on, this is a team effort. They want to make sure that as a team, they walk down as a team, they go past the personnel as a team, they greet the personnel and get the heroes welcome as a team, because this victory is perhaps for the Eastern Cape because of the captain, but also this victory is because this entire team showed us that anything is possible if we are united and are focused on making sure that we work together for a common goal. So you see them there, the boys dressed in green and gold, those African colours. Excited, I'm sure it's been a long week from Durban to East London to Johannesburg to Pretoria, but now coming to Port Elizabeth, making sure that this part of the country is not left out in these celebrations, making sure that this trophy comes to this friendly city as well. So the players will shortly make their way down the stairs and will eventually come inside the VIP station where they'll be welcomed by the mayor with a short ceremony. After that, they'll proceed to get their luggage, and then of course the much anticipated address by the captain on a prepared stage here at the airport to address the fans who have been waiting here. Some of them from as early as 9 o'clock. You can see now the personnel. Like I said earlier on, traditional to the Xhosa nation is something called Igwijo, which is a celebration war cry song that you sing anytime something is worth celebrating. And what a better way to celebrate this team than Igwijo. As you can see right now, they're making their way down. Colby, that's him in front, that he's leading the pack, that is them walking down. In front, leading the Springboks, is Colby, who played a crucial role. As you can see, Lucanyo they're joining the procession of the personnel. Faf de Klerk, the famous underwear man, and also key character in the Springboks. We also see Ibazet making his way as well. There is Siya Kolisi shaking hands with the personnel, making sure that he greets them as well. They are breaking out in Igwijo, but they are now officially making their way down. Past our cameraman Qobane, now making their way into the VIP station. But as you can see, look, and Siya Kolisi know exactly what it is Igwijo is, and that's why they're singing and dancing along as the Springboks came. They are making their way right now into the VIP section where they will be welcomed by the mayor and also welcomed by various key role players within the rugby fraternity. They have now left the landing strip. They are now making their way inside the airport where they will get a hero's welcome into the friendly city of Port Elizabeth. And that wraps up their entry into the VIP session right now.